Today is March 19th, 2020. I'm going to do a quick Hobbit garden review and greenhouse review and just talk a little bit about what's happening. Of course, this is right in the big, the big to-do about the Wuhan virus. That's, the global pandemic that's seems to be everywhere, I guess. Anyway, the president has been talking about staying at home as much as you can, and of course I'm doing some gardening, so I thought I would just do a quick update. Here we go. So I have a cup of tea that I brought out. Now, I have a tea video out there that I did talking about how I make some tea, but what's new is that I've been adding white pine needles. I have a large white pine tree in my backyard, and I've been adding, a bunch of needles to every pot of tea that I brew. It's supposed to be very high in vitamin C. So that'll help your, that'll help your immune system, especially if you're, a virus and that type of thing. They say vitamin C and vitamin D, of course. The sun helps release vitamin D, and I guess fish oil is, anyway, whatever. But you can look that up. But anyway, so the greenhouse has sun, and here we are. So I have like half of my plants out in the greenhouse today, and I don't know why these tomatoes have been knocked over. I mean, I guess they've leaned themselves over so much. I guess maybe they've been in the window or something but I've moved things around a little bit. So this is what things are looking at. The crazy thing, it's like it's supposed to get up to 74 degrees today, and then tonight is supposed to be down to 33 degrees. So that's a huge temperature swing. Everything will be inside tonight, and we've been having rain like crazy the last few days. So actually, I haven't had things in the greenhouse that much because of the cold weather. So even though I want to plant things, I haven't even planted my cabbages out, because tomorrow night is supposed to get down to 23 degrees, and that's a bit tough on pretty much everything. So here, marigolds. I've got marigolds inside. I have some cucumbers and watermelon, and I'm planting more cucumbers and watermelon. I don't know what's going to survive, it's so early in the year. But look at this. Finally, I got some squash. I think zucchini and a summer squash. So I think the summer squash is yellow, and this should be, the green squash, which I really enjoy. So I got 2 zucchinis that have finally popped up. It was taking so long for these to pop that I actually did buy more zucchini seed, fresh seed. So, but once I bought it, I found that I had a couple coming up. So, and I'm just planting all kinds of things. I'm actually planting some pole beans in here. I should have probably planted these about 2 weeks earlier. You could almost, I could plant these outside, but you're supposed to wait till about April. But anyway, I went ahead and planted pole beans today. We'll see what happens. Now, I did plant, so that's kind of what it's looking like inside. Different plants, you can see more marigolds. And I'm not really needing to talk about everything. So it's kind of warm outside at the moment. What is that? Well, that's an herb. I don't think it's oregano, it's the other one, thyme. I think that's thyme. So, and I do have a couple of dandelions that are growing in there, which is beautiful. And there's actually some, what is it called? Well, anyway, if I think of it, I'll tell you. That overwintered. Oh, here, let me show you this real quick. Look, that's I think that one is catnip. That's a mint that's coming back, and Here's another mint that's coming back. And what's this one say? I think it's... Yeah, it's chocolate mint. I was hoping... I've got a number of chocolate mints that I kept over winter. You know, I took some clippings and I grew them. But the orange mint, I can't remember which one's the orange mint, and that's the one I'm missing. And I really like orange mint. So one of these is supposed to be orange mint, but I wonder which plant it is. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show, on the 1st of March, I planted these potatoes in here, and look, I've got some showing in this one. And now these onions overwintered in my greenhouse, and I put them outside. But look, they have split. Do you see that? They split into what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here, after this cold, after the next couple days, I don't think we're going to have any crazy cold anymore. You know, maybe, you know, down in the 40s maybe. But I'm hoping anyway. After that, I think you can start. I'm going to plant out, you know, the brassica. I mean the cabbage and anything I have of that. You know, the cauliflower if I have any, broccoli if I have any. I mean Brussels sprouts and broccoli if I have any. I don't think I have broccoli. But anyway, do you see how these divided during the winter? So there's 3 onions there. So I'll split those. And I have onions and garlics over here. I think this is mostly garlic. But this overwintered, starting to come up. And then this patch over here I planted. In fact, I was working out here yesterday, and I had a bunch of onions in the middle here, and I split those up and spread them out. And then I added these little ones. You see these little, that's, if you're going to buy onions, you need to buy them like that. The bunches, not the little bulbs. At least that's been my experience. So these are white onions I planted yesterday. I actually hurt my back a little bit. I can't believe it. I didn't do that much, but my back was aching. And then I planted here. I put a row of onions right here along the fence. So I've got onions there. And then I'm going to plant other things further out. And I also planted on St. Patrick's Day, I planted some potatoes right here. You see where that mustard is? Just out in front of the mustard over there, there's some sticks. I planted potatoes in there, and then I'm going to combine plant, and later on, Lord willing, I'm going to plant corn in among the potatoes. So we'll see how that works. And then over there I also planted, you know, that's my new, you know, the gas meter, the ex-gas meter location. I planted some of the onions. Now those are yellow onions there, Texan, I think Texan sweet onions. And you can see I already put up a piece of fencing. I'm going to plant cucumbers out there, I think. Anyway, we'll see. So I'm back around to this side. And I also planted some potatoes. I had a lot of potatoes. So I planted some potatoes here. You know, I had potatoes that were sprouting from over winter. And then I put in, I don't know if anything's going to come up from these beets, but I put a whole bunch of beet seed in there. I think it's old and won't do anything. But if it does, it's going to be very thick. So anyway, that's how things are looking. And right in here, you see those sticks. I put a ton of corn. Now the idea is that I'm just going to sprout it right in this area. In fact, you can see some of the seeds on top. I'm not sure why they came up. I mean, just the seeds. But there's a lot of seeds in here. I had some corn cobs that I dried out with seeds on them. And last year I had some a corn cob that got dug under, and a whole bunch of seeds sprouted from it. So here, look at that. See that seed? So I don't know why they came up like that, because I'm pretty sure I had them buried. But anyway, so we'll see if that sprouts. If it does, then I'll move a lot of that around. And of course, garlic there, and I haven't even looked. Oh, look at that. The potatoes in here are coming up. So here in a few days, look at that. Very nice. You see them? There's a whole bunch of potatoes coming up in here. So when they get us a little bit stronger, I'm going to cover these with more dirt and compost of some sort, and probably some wood chips. I think the wood chips are helping the potatoes. I mean, I think I've had trouble with making the dirt too heavy, too clay. Anyway, I'm gonna throw in wood chips all over well, until I run out. So anyway, so that's kind of what's happening. I haven't done anything here yet, and of course the gas meter that got moved is right there. So that's kind of the summary of what's been happening. Did I mention I planted out the peas here? Peas here, and here, and here, and here, different peas. And then along the fence, over here, I planted more peas right here in this section. And then also on that section so hopefully it'll go up the fence. And then out front, the whole front of the fence behind the onions that I showed you, there's peas planted all along there. So the peas, I think I've planted enough peas also. And I did that about a week ago. But other than these volunteer peas right here that have came up, none of the other ones have come up yet. So we'll see how those volunteers, of course it's only going to be down to, well, it's going to be down below 30 for a couple of days. So we'll see how all the plants react. Now, I'm pretty sure the kale will have no trouble. And I did show you that I planted out kale right there. Kind of thick, but anyway, I'm giving it a chance. That's what's happening here. I hope you've enjoyed the quick garden update. I know that gardening is really good for your, just your whole outlook on life and seeing things sprout and grow. So definitely during this season, if you're at home not doing much, I would encourage you to either start a garden. You saw how I got that little garden out front by the gas meter with the cardboard put down, and then brought in some leaf mulch to cover it. If at all possible, you can start a garden anywhere. If you have any leaves in your yard. Of course, it's the wrong season, but a lot of the cities will give away leaves for free if you go and pick it up, or maybe for a very small price at some places. So I would encourage you to start a garden in this season, if at all possible. If you don't have one, who knows? You may need a garden this year, but I think things are going. I believe things are going to rebound like crazy here in about a month. I think we're going to see, even though right now, as you know, the crude oil price went down to $20 pretty much this week, but it's already back up to, I think, $26 a barrel, which is way low. Normally it's fluctuates between, at least for the last couple of years, between $50 and $60 a barrel. So that it's down to 20 right now is crazy. Evidently they say $40 a barrel is break-even price here in America. So anyway, that's crazy. I hope all your countries, if you're not Americans, I hope everybody has been filling up their oil reserves. This is bargain prices, and we may even see gas down to $1 a gallon if things keep going like they're going, which is crazy. I mean, right now I think I saw, I bet. Anyway, I haven't been traveling that much, but I know it's down below, $1.85, which is pretty good price for a gallon of gasoline here in America of late. anything below $2. But with the oil price as low as it is, you'd expect it to really drop. I think the Dow, last I saw today, I think it's around 20,000. I think it dropped as low as 19,000. But I think it's up above that now. It's in the 20,000 range. But if it hops back up to the high of 29,500 that it had a month ago, about, can you believe it? That's a huge swing. So the temperature is swinging like that for me today. It's going from 74 to 33, and then tomorrow night it'll be down to 23, which that's not good. So I'll have everything inside. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. Stay calm, keep gardening. Love you guys. Bye-bye now.